Hello everyone, my name is Annecy Fable and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a coloring page today, and I just wanted to take us back to the beginning to how we got to the final product. So yesterday I did some thumbnails. I'm going to be drawing Link sleeping with a copic, and these are the thumbnails. We have some more stuff over here. So this is the final drawing, and let me see if this is showing up well. Okay, yeah, let's move you just a wee bit. Make a pumpkin, get the drawing more in the page. This is the final drawing, and this green is really vibrant. I drew it at night, so it looked duller than usual. And then this is like the swatches and stuff I did today. What is different about this than like other drawings I did is that I'm trying to experiment with like coloring style. Normally for skin tones I would use like this, and then this, and I don't know, it just wasn't giving, so so I was experimenting just a little bit and stuff. And what's crazy also, why are copics so difficult to draw? This is completely irrelevant. What is this? What is this? It's terrifying. They're so difficult to draw. But yeah, so those are my thumbnails. These ones right here, I really like. I think both of them have their own type of charm or whatever. But yeah, let's get started actually. Alright, so this is a voiceover now while I go through the actual drawing. And I'm starting off with erasing the line art, which or erasing the sketch, and I kind of felt like that was a mistake because the whole drawing I was struggling to see where I was supposed to be coloring. And before I get started, I want to give a shout out to my best friend. He has a YouTube channel. His name is Izzle Inks. It's kind of interesting to spell, so I will put it on screen, but everything, like this drawing really would not have been possible if it wasn't for him. Everything down to that eraser I was using, except for the eraser I was using, has been a gift from my friend because he's just really impulsive. So the copic markers I use, the Ohuhu markers I use, the color pencil, I use some fine liners later on, and the paper. And the sketchbook I'm drawing on top of as well. So big shout out to Izzle Inks. Thanks for just being so giving and providing me with all these art supplies. But anyway, I'm going in with his hair with this green color. Link's hair is like kind of like, I think of it as a dirty blonde because I don't know, sometimes it's more blonde, sometimes it's more brown. So that's what I was going for, and I was really trying to be experimental with my colors instead of just picking like, oh, a yellow and a brown. I know absolutely nothing about color theory. All of this was extremely experimental, so I was really nervous the entire time, but I'm really happy with how it ended up coming out. I do end up inking it, not the whole thing, but once I finish coloring his hair and his skin, I'm like, look, I can't see. I'm like, I'm not trusting the process right now, I'm scared, let me add some liner. But yeah, this came out so good. I'm actually so proud of this. I feel like the best drawings happen when you're experimental and you just kind of let your hand do what it does and have fun. I remember as a kid, I used to draw with like my siblings and my family. I'm so happy to have just grown up an artist and surrounded by people who like to draw as well. And my sister and one of my cousins were notorious for not finishing work. My sister would just rip out the paper, and I would be like, wait, that's so good, can I have that? So that I can learn from what she didn't like. And then my cousin would ball up the paper and toss it to the side, and I'm like, no, what are you doing? That used to just hurt my soul so much as a kid. And I would take the balled up piece of paper, uncrumple it, and just keep the little wrinkled up paper, because I feel like out of everyone, I was kind of the least skilled as the youngest of the group, and that's okay. To this day, they still do draw, and that makes me really happy, because I know so much people who stop drawing, and if it's not your passion, it's okay, but I don't know, I just love art so much, and I'm just grateful to still be an artist. But the point of that little flashback was, for me, my drawings that come out the best are the ones that look rough in the beginning. The ones that I'm so unsure about, but I just stick with it, and I'm always so proud of those. So he's looking kind of good now, despite not having any line art, despite his hair being kind of questionable. At least we can start to see some values and stuff in his face. And these colors do eventually end up lighting up, and my camera dies later on, and I add in some more like values and everything just to make him look less pale later on. But here I am adding this pink color, which is supposed to make him look a little less dead, because his skin consisted of 2 pink copic markers, 3 pink copic markers, a gray, and a green. So I don't know, I love the effect it created, especially with the green. I don't know, I don't know. Anyway, these are those fine liners I was talking about. These are so good, and there's a lot of them too. These are so good. I don't know why my friend gave these to me. I literally asked him, I was like, why did you give these to me? These are so good. He's like, oh, I just didn't use them. I got something else. I just didn't use them. I thought that you would use them. And I am using them. If you journal, they're amazing. They're amazing on writing paper. And this is actually my first time using them on a drawing, because I use them mainly for journaling. And they are so good. These are, just get them. Get them if you're looking for some really nice colored inking pens. I don't know, maybe I'm amateur, maybe they're not that great, but I like them. I think they work so well. So this is where I was like, this whole voiceover, I was just talking about how terrified I was about doing this drawing, because the sketch came out so cute. I was loving the sketch, and the last thing I wanted to do was ruin it, but I had to commit full time. I had to just go. So I did some inking on his face and of those croaks, and now I'm going in with just 2 colors for his shirt. His shirt is honestly my favorite part. I use 2 copic markers because I'm just using what I have. I have a very limited amount of Ohuhus and a very limited amount of copics, so I often just use them together to widen my range, because my Ohuhus are like very pigmented. It's kind of hard to find like a really light Ohuhu with the ones that I have, and then my copics are like on the lighter side. So that's where we're going here. I go in with this light blue as a base and try to leave those spaces for the designs on his tunic, and then I'm going to go in with the darker blue. I know Link does have his little, like, what is that called? Like a satchel? I don't know, like, he has those little things that kind of strap across him, but I was like, I'm not about to draw that. Drawing his tunic and just getting the designs on it right is already hard enough, so I was not about to draw that satchel thing. Also, this is Breath of the Wild Link, not Tears of the Kingdom Link, and let me talk about why I decided to draw Link for this video. So originally I was going to draw Elizabeth and Meliodas from Seven Deadly Sins, and then I started debating if I wanted to draw Link instead because I started playing Tears of the Kingdom, but before I got the game, wait, did I get the game? Wait, no, my friend got me the game as a birthday present, which is super nice. Yeah, so, but I would watch my friend play, and we're so stupid. Like, whenever we play games together, we like to pretend that we're the characters. So, we like do like stupid voice acting, and it's absolutely hilarious to me. So I was thinking about that, and I often play Yonobo just because, and I just make him so hilarious, at least in my opinion. I think I'm pretty funny, but thinking about that made me want to draw Link because I've only ever drew Link once before this, and that was back in 2019 for Inktober. It was terrible. Oh my goodness, I have never been more dissatisfied with a drawing. It was just so bad. I may pop it on screen, but it wasn't that good. Yeah, so I decided to draw Link. I may still draw Meliodas and Elizabeth. I know that there's some drama with Seven Deadly Sins, so I don't know of that yet. That's actually the whole reason why I started watching Seven Deadly Sins, because I seen people talking about some crazy things and I was like, what? There's no way. Let me watch it. And I'm only on, I think the second season has like 4 episodes, so I'm on like season 3 I think, and I'm just not seeing anything yet. So I don't know if it's like a sin in the anime or art community to watch Seven Deadly Sins, so please don't cancel me. No, I'm just kidding, but if anyone is like, you know, sensitive about Seven Deadly Sins, because I was seeing so much stuff on TikTok, don't cancel me just yet. I'm waiting to get to the drama. But I will talk more about that when I actually do decide to draw them, because I think I still will go through with that. I really like the style, but this is about Link. Anyway, who's been enjoying Tears of the Kingdom if they have it? I must admit, I have not played the game too much, and I think most of the time that I have played the game, I've spent in the depths. The depths are great. I love going down there and exploring. I found like some like Sheikah hideout thing, and then I got like a truck, and I was like riding the truck through the gloom, and then I got stuck and I had to leave. But yeah, it's super cool. I love the depth so much. I was wondering how they were going to make it more expansive, because I just had a feeling that they would. And making different layers of area to explore, that was a great idea. Alright, and as you can see, I'm just going in with this same color that I did for his undershirt. I just switched the order in which I laid it down just to give it a different effect. It's like a green and, is it the green and gray, or is it like that green and yellow? I really don't know. Also, Karoks. Oh my gosh, so first, Karoks are just they're just so difficult to draw. I don't know how I see so many people do like really cute Karok art and make it look really simple and stuff. That's just not a possibility for me. These things were so difficult to draw, and honestly, I feel like, or like drawing them is easy, but like coloring them and making them look cute is hard. If you actually Google a picture of a Karok and look at how they look in the actual games, they're kind of ugly. Maybe that's I don't know. They're kind of weird looking. I don't know. But coloring them was so difficult. Maybe I just don't know how to color a leaf and a tree. But Link is leaning on a tree, and I think I kind of did pretty good with the coloring. So I don't know why I struggled with these guys. I kind of struggle to draw anything that's not a person, and I need to work on that. But in Tears of the Kingdom, the Karoks are like pesky. They're like, help me get to my friend. They're cute, but again, when I play with my friend, I kind of make them like the most annoying, pesky little guys, because it's like, how did you get in this situation? And I actually throw them off of a cliff whenever any chance I get. I was like, I wonder what will happen if you throw it off of a cliff, and I'm kind of upset that nothing happened. Yeah. So here I'm going in with some more details because the line art was looking a little flat, and I'm not sure if I said this earlier, I may have, but I am all for texture and weighted lines and things like that. There isn't much weighted lines in this drawing, but I had to go in and add some texture with the pens. I don't know when I'm gonna do that, or if I'm just adding the weighted lines now. Another thing that I was looking forward to do for the channel is I'm really interested in making a channel OC. So maybe through a poll here on what are those like YouTube post things called? A community post. Maybe when my channel gets enough traction, I could do a community post and we can all gather some characteristics for a little channel OC and put them together, and then I could draw them on here and they could be our little baby. Like, not like an actual baby, but like, you know, kind of like how my cat is my baby, how my other OCs are my babies, kind of like that. I think you get the point. So let me know if you're interested in something like that. I think it would be really cool to do that. So as you can see, I put those lines in his hair with the pen, and it's already looking 10 times better. Just way, way, way better. And here, I think here is where my camera died, and I'm coming back in to do the details for the Karok. If you can't tell, I don't know, Link is just looking better. There's just something about him. Because I did more stuff on his face. If you look kind of towards his forehead, it's a little gray looking. I think I went in a little too much with the gray. He looks like he maybe a little sick. May have like some type of skin condition brewing, like what's it called? Grayscale. Game of Thrones, I don't know. Anyway, I am working on these Karoks. They are so difficult. I'm just happy that Link is looking very good, that it kind of distracts from the weirdness of them because they look weird. I don't know. It was just so hard to draw them. I went in with that brown color, and then this like, I think that color that I was using may have been dark yellow. It looks like it says YR1. I'm not too sure. And then I was trying to blend in, and it just wasn't working. It just wasn't working. They were just looking really strange. And now I'm moving on to this tree. Usually, I don't do backgrounds at all. Like, I'll do maybe some leaves or a color block, but the fact that I drew a tree, some strands of grass, a sky with clouds, I don't know, that's a little much for me, but I think it came out really, really good, and I'm kind of proud of myself with the way I colored this tree. I don't draw trees. I love trees. They're difficult for me to draw. I'll draw a stump, I'll draw some bark, but I don't think I've ever colored a tree before. So I kind of did my thing. Maybe trees are just one of those, like, tree bark is just one of those unspoken things that most artists just know how to do. Because I think it came out really good. And now I'm going in over these lines I did, these swirly lines I did to add in some texture. Like I said earlier, I'm all about texture, so looking at this picture and seeing the streakiness of the markers, just seeing that things aren't perfectly blended and smoothed out. I like the blended and smoothed out look, but I just realized that I like texture more. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say that. It's getting a little repetitive now. But yeah, then I'm gonna go in and add some more of those dark lines here. My friend was teaching me how to draw a tree in my sketchbook, and it came out really good. But I was so surprised that I did not see him use like the swirly lines. I was like, I thought that everyone did that. Do I know where I've seen that? No, I just been doing it for a really long time whenever I would ever draw a tree, and I just thought that that was something that everyone does. If you draw trees, let me know if you do the swirly lines or if you just keep it kind of just straight, I think is what he did with the bark details. I don't know. I like the swirly look. Any look looks good. I was just kind of surprised that I didn't see him do that, because I don't know. It's just technique. I don't know why I was taken aback. I just felt like it was one of those unspoken things that people do when they draw trees. But we are nearing the end of the drawing here. I'm gonna go in with the same colors that I used for his shirt. I was a little nervous about doing that because I didn't want him to blend in a little bit with the background. I still wanted Link to be the focal point. After I do the sky and stuff, I'm gonna go in with a white jelly pen to add in some more details, and that is like the icing on the cake for the drawing. I was like, whoa, I didn't think it could get any better. If you're like a little iffy about a drawing, add just some white with the jelly pen and it's amazing. That's all you need to do. So going in with that same color as his shirt for the shadows, and I really thought I messed up here. I was like, am I really making clouds? What the heck? I was like, and they're like kind of not good looking. They're just, I don't know. This is not usually how I draw clouds. I don't draw like really fluffy clouds. I draw like clouds that are kind of flat on the bottom. So I was a bit nervous. I really thought I messed it up. Like, I was not liking this. So then I go in with this same marker trying to blend out the sky a little bit. I felt the clouds were too harsh, and I'm still not liking it. So if you look closely, you will see that I added a little bit of that light blue inking pen around the clouds, and then I also added some color pencil. Now I'm just writing what the Kuroks say. You found me. It's literally the cutest thing ever. Oh, and I forgot to mention this. If you look at the Kuroks, I added in some details for them with the inking pens as well, and they look 10 times better now. I'm actually kind of proud of how they look. And I wanted to show the pen because I feel like a good jelly pen is kind of hard to come by, and I just got this one in a little shop that my friends and I sometimes go to. I don't know what it's called. It's not like one of the big shops like a Michael's or anything like that, but you know, I've heard of Uniball before, so you can probably find them online in a Michael's, wherever. But it's a pretty good pen. It's been lasting me some time now. I don't use it too often, but at a point I thought that I was just gonna have to suck it up and get a Posca pen, because I was just having such a hard time finding a good jelly pen, and this one does the job really well. Those little things that you probably seen me write on in my last video, those can write on it pretty good as well. And we are done. Link, I think that he came out absolutely beautiful. For this to be experimental, I am extremely proud of myself, and I don't know, I don't feel like I say that too often. I've been loving my art lately, and if you love Link too, feel free to give this video a like. It will really help the channel. And with that being said, I'll see you next time.